Don't want to wake up from a branch hitting your tent? Me neither, so that's why we made some simple tips you can follow while searching for a camping spot. First one, look above. Because there might be a loose branch or a dead tree about to fall your perfect camping setup. Another simple one. Always close your zippers while setting up your tent. If you don't, it's more likely that you can't close the zipper or the tension of your tent is too low. And then there's a bigger chance of water collecting on the loose fabric of your tent and starting to leak to the inside of your dry tent. Always assume it's going to rain even if it's sunny the whole day.
So we don't want to be downers, but we've made this mistake ourselves many times. So make sure when you go to sleep that you tidy up your camp and everything is rainproof, because you don't want to be surprised in the middle of the night and have to go out of your tent and make sure everything is still dry.
Also, some good advice is to never set up your tent on a low point. This here might collect water and form a puddle that will get into your tent through your ground cloth. Talking about the ground cloth, it's important not to leave things sticking outside of your tent, especially your ground cloth, because it will transfer water from the outside to the inside of your tent.
It may not sound like much, but even if you have your ground cloth sticking out for about 2.54 centimeters, you run the risk of not only catching all the rain that falls directly on it, but also the rain that falls on the total surface area of your tent and pours down right on your ground cloth. So, in no time you'll be waking up in a puddle of water, so make sure, just in case, to lift all your electronics off the ground when you're camping at night.
Don't forget to open your air vents, because otherwise you might get condensation, and that can cause misting. Misting occurs when there's heavy rain on the outside of the tent, and it knocks off the condensation through the inner layer of the tent, and it can feel like it's raining inside of the tent.
Actually, on the first night of our first motorcycle adventure, we experienced misting because we had this tent with us and we forgot to open the air vent. And in the middle of the night we had a big downpour, even though it was sunny the whole day, and there was condensation coming through the inner layer of the tent. So you'll most likely experience this if you have a mesh inner tent and or a single wall tent. And one bonus tip, don't try out your gear on the first night of your trip.
So, if you want to go disperse camping, look for animal tracks. Because I once spent a night up in a tree in the middle of the winter because a family of wild boars decided to visit me at my campsite in the middle of the night.
So if you find animal tracks near your campsite, it might be a good idea to switch locations.
An open plain or field might look amazing to camp at, but keep an eye out on the weather. We've once had to flee a campsite because of a storm hitting us, which you can check out in this video.